It's the Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine podcast, and I'm Janet Blair. Each week, I sit down with one of my girlfriends, whether it be
Teresa, Natalie, Carrie, Kristen, Tara, Stephanie.
We talk about whatever.
We completely restore this trailer.
Fry people's faces off as a bad Mexican.
I don't understand the competition that goes on between women.
Two girls and a bottle of wine. Over a glass of wine, bottle of wine, or sometimes a couple bottles of wine. Join in on Facebook at facebook.com/2girlsandabottle-of-wine. Don't miss us. Hello, I'm Janet.
And I'm Tara.
And we are Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine.
Because men like boobs.
And girls like wine. Tara Dover is here.
Hello, I'm here.
We have been shuffling schedules.
Yes, it's been interesting.
I'm so sorry. I'm the one that started it.
That's okay.
And I felt horrible.
And then I continued.
It was fun. It kept me on my toes.
There you go.
And it showed you that I have minimal life. I'm like, yeah, I could do really any day you want. Just let me know.
Now that spring is here, my schedule is crazy with markets. So
that's
it's
awesome.
a little more tricky to.
So what have you been doing recently? You did something a couple of weekends ago, right?
Yes, the Denver Flea. So that kicked off the whole season.
Is Denver Flea going to be a continuous thing?
Yeah, so they're going to do 4 this year.
Okay.
So 3 more. If you didn't get the chance to come, it is awesome.
I did not get the chance to come.
It is amazing. The Denver Flea, they started last year. Mm-hmm. They started in the spring at City Park, and then they did 2 more events, and they were amazing. Their advertising is amazing. They bring the right clientele to the right vendors, and they pick great designers and great local artists.
Okay.
Food
drinks. Is always good.
So it's a lot better than going to a shopping mall because you can drink booze and you can eat food. I mean, and you can shop local vendors that are helping the community. So
that's how many vendors guesstimate?
I think it was 110.
Oh, there you go.
Ish.
Okay.
Maybe a little more this one. But yeah,
awesome.
Usually about 100 or more.
And I bet it'll grow because it always grows after the first one, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're doing a great job.
That's
so Denver
awesome.
Flea, really, really cool place.
Yeah, I saw the invite and I promoted it. I just wasn't able to make it out. I'm pretty sure I didn't make it out of the house that day.
It was on and off. The weather was... Yes, Colorado, typical
Was it snowing
weather.
that weekend?
So it was supposed to be snowing, cold, windy, wet.
Yes.
And it was amazing for us. The sun came out just in time both days for us. And then it rained immediately at closing time each time. So it was...
That's awesome.
Yeah, it never really happens like that. So,
and you walked in the door, and you have this beautiful top on. You found it at a consignment store.
Yeah,
H&M. That is just
So
adorable.
It was just like $6 at Goodwill. That's the best. I mean, it's only $16 at H&M, but still
$6.
$6 at Goodwill.
It's hard for me because I do consignment shopping a lot, and so when I walk into an H&M or Forever 21, I'm like, $20 for a shirt?
I know.
It feels like I'm being robbed. I would never walk into an Express again.
That's my life. I know. I hear you. That's a good thing, I feel like.
Yes.
Because we shouldn't support that kind of labor.
Tell us about it.
Well, now that I'm in, the community of local resale, and I have, for the most part, been a very conservative person most of my life, but I had a time right after high school, I would say my senior year of high school, till 20-ish, my early 20s, I was just crazy about shopping and spending money and going to the mall and all the latest trends. And that was the only time in my life where I did that. And so now I'm very conservative and I bring myself back and I realize that we're processing these clothes in sweatshops and it's not helping America, and that we could easily put our money and buy a product that is either made by somebody local or sourced.
Made at least in the U.S.?
Yes, at least in the U.S. So, and usually better quality. Always, I should say, better quality. So,
I have ordered off of the Wish app.
I don't.
Okay,
think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it would not be on your radar. So it's cheap clothes. Like you can get a top for $6, but it takes 4 weeks because it comes from China, and then you wear it twice,
and then it falls apart.
Mm-hmm. So
first time you wash it, it's
quality
done.
Is.
So that's something that I've learned in the past 3 or 4 years that I really appreciate. I really appreciate it now. And I don't ever walk into a mall, not even for holidays. I used to make the excuse and say, holidays, I'll go buy what everybody wants. Now I'm like, no, that's just not who I am. I'm not going to support it.
How long has it been since you walked into a mall?
I haven't at all this year. I mean, since 2015.
And that's huge, people, because Denver has like 20 malls.
I live right next to the Cherry Creek Mall.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Yeah, no, I live pretty close to, and I don't go.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's why we love you, because
it's just a different kind of life.
Else that is on my podcast is like, I want to meet Tara. She just seems like an amazing woman. I'm like, she is. Aww. She makes me, like, ever since you were here last, like, because when you were here last, you were talking about how you've, like, minimized your closet. You
yes.
I
just keep going on that, too. Less and less and less and less and less.
It's been in my head. I'm like, I have too much crap. I have so much crap.
And it's amazing that you don't, it's amazing that you don't realize how much energy it takes from you and how draining it takes from you, because if you're not thinking about it and you don't think it's a problem, then you don't know that all this stuff is actually weighing you down on the inside. And then when you start to get rid of it and you go through it, you feel all that energy come back.
Me, I'm like, ooh, a bag to Goodwill. Good job, Janet.
Yeah, seriously.
Just
there
one
you go.
bag at a time, right?
Absolutely. That's how I did it.
So we want to address the fact that we are recording. Hold on, let me go check and make sure we're recording. This is real life, people. Sorry. I see a big red box. This is the first time we've done this. We're good. All right.
We're on. We're live.
We're on, and it's called Periscope.
So do they work right with Twitter, or no?
Yes. So I was listening to a podcast on the way home from work tonight, and they were talking about Periscope. And I'm like, what is this? So I got home and I Googled. I'm like, Periscope. And then it brought me to Meerkat.
Yes. So I have heard of that, and I went through that whole Meerkat thing.
Yes. So I had Meerkat downloaded because Steve told me about it. And then when I came home, I was like, oh, Steve, they were talking about Periscope, but you Meerkat. And he's like, well, I think Periscope was bought by Twitter. So that would be the way to go. So then I downloaded Periscope, and we're trying this. The thing is I'm recording off of an iPhone, so we have to keep remembering to be closer to the table, you only see our knees. Maybe we need a thinner table. I don't know. So if you guys are watching, hi! 2 Girls and a Bottle of Wine podcast.
Hey.
Yeah. So whew, you've got lots of stuff going on. You brought notes.
I did, because I'm so bad. Usually you're like, well, I'm like, I don't know what time. Usually I know, and then
lovely vintage.
So markets. It's spring, and we're out and about as much as possible.
That's awesome.
Yes, we have starting Saturday. We have a Paris street market, and that is in Littleton. Okay. It's from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. and it's the Aspen Grove Shopping Center. So you maybe have gone and not even realized, but it's the first Saturday of every month, May through October.
Oh, that's awesome. And you'll be there every Saturday?
Yes, we're in every Saturday.
So the first Saturday of the month.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome.
So it's Aspen Grove Shopping Center. So it's an outdoor kind of a mall, and we take over the parking lot. And it's a ton of vendors, a ton. It's the same, about 120 vendors.
Is that the same parking lot as the Alamo movie theater?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, right next to that. So you can't miss us. And there's usually some food. There's puppy adoption almost always going on there. And then a lot of antiques.
I got to steer clear. So. We have 2 cats and 2 dogs. We're good.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's looking, it's a good place. So.
Right. Well, that's awesome.
So that starts us off.
This Saturday, May 2nd.
So we're getting ready for
May
that.
Is here.
I know.
May is here.
It's crazy.
My boss and I were sitting down looking at something, and he was pointing to the calendar, and he had to flip the page, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that.
I know. I was like, that's like 6 months. What? How are we halfway? Almost halfway. We're almost halfway through the year.
I was just thinking about the next birthday coming up. I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Mother's Day is right around the corner.
I did just find that out.
Yes.
I was trying to plan a get-together with a girlfriend. I'm like, Mother's Day is 1 week away? 1.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I have a box ready to go for my mom, and it was not on my radar to send it yet.
Yeah.
I thought Mother's Day was like in the middle of May.
I thought it usually is.
Okay,
I thought it was later in the month. I think it's earlier.
Yes.
I don't know.
They're tricking us.
I think so.
Father's Day is early June. I remember that. But Mother's Day is supposed to be later in May.
I thought.
Yeah, so everybody, this is your reminder. Send out your Mother's Day gifts.
Yes.
At least a card. You don't have to send a gift. Send a card.
Send a card. Unless it's my mom. I've been wondering for 2 months now. I'm like, what am I going to do for my mom? She's so amazing. I don't know how to ever repay her. So that's something my husband and I have been talking about, like, daily. Like, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? Because it's her birthday and Mother's Day in May.
Oh, wow.
Double whammy.
So
for the mom of the year. The mom of the decade.
Yeah, of the life.
Of
right?
the life.
Your life, yeah. So have you thought about anything? Any ideas you can spread to the world?
Well, I would, but she's going to listen.
Oh, never mind, Mom.
She's my mom, and she's so
listens.
supportive.
Thank you, Tara's mom, for listening.
So I do have some really good ideas that I'm trying to rally up.
That's awesome.
all I should say.
See, me, I'm like Snapfish. Oh, I'll make lots of picture presents because my mom loves pictures.
Yeah.
But nothing crazy huge.
Yeah.
You kind of make me feel guilty.
No, you have to understand my mom. And if you were, she's.
Well, I know you. If she's anything like you, she's
above and beyond and amazing and in there every time I need her. And she's really helped this business grow. And she's taken a huge sacrifice of herself to say that I believe in you and I'm going to help. And so she's just, she's amazing. And not only to me, to my husband and to my other business partner and to anybody around. She's really an amazing person. So,
and how's the shop going? Like when I think La Lovely Vintage, I think of the cute little trailer.
Yes, I do too, and that's what you should. That's what the shop in Littleton is good. It's going. It's slower, and we're trying to get people there. So if you don't know about it,
yes, we
will
post the address and show up between normal business hours,
Thursday through Sunday. Yes,
and you close it too
on Sunday.
On Sunday,
yes,
because that's when I tried to show up, and it was like 3:30, and I'm like, crap.
Oh yeah.
We went to a late brunch at what's that place in Littleton? It's Cajun.
Crap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's one downtown as well. It's not too far from your shop because I was like, okay, let's eat and then we'll go see Tara. And I lost track of time and then I took a picture in front of your sign.
Yes, and I appreciate it. That's all that matters.
Steve's like, we should take a picture. I was like, I feel like that's like saying, here, I showed up for graduation an hour late.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I will make it there. I promise. I promise.
It'll be there, and it's fun. And
we looked in the window. We were afraid the police were going to get called because we're all,
no, we get that a lot.
And I looked at your trailer in the back, and I'm like, oh, there's the trailer. It's so small.
It is very small. Yes.
I didn't realize how small, because you're so small, and so in pictures with you against the trailer, I'm like, it looks bigger.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
In person, I'm like, wow.
When you get in there, I think comfortably 4 is in there. But
do you have tea time? You should host tea time in the trailer.
I do a lot of the display outside.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a lot of stuff outside and minimal stuff inside, and it works.
How's the new trailer coming along?
It's in construction. Yeah.
Are you working on it?
I have little. My Enrique, my partner who's opening it with me, he's been doing most of it.
And you said you've been painting all day.
Furniture for the market this weekend. Getting furniture ready for the market.
To sell?
Yeah, to sell for this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome. What kind of furniture do you have?
I have some dressers, some
Very nice.
really pretty dressers. I have everything you can think of. I mean, shelves. We have desks. We have a kitchen dining table, like a really retro one. Nightstand side tables. We have a ton of stuff.
Is there anything listed online so that people can scope it out beforehand, or do they need to show up?
For the markets, or you need to show up because we usually have a whole different set of stuff for markets, and then we have a different set of stuff online, and then we have a different set of stuff at the store. And I've kind of done that over time because I've realized the demographic in each area, and then also what sells in each area and what makes sense. So the furniture wouldn't go online just because it wouldn't make sense to ship it for me.
Right.
So it's all usually small stuff online and easy to ship items, stuff like that. And furniture's mostly at the storefront and then at the big markets.
Very cool. Pardon Rain.
Yeah.
If you could see Rain, the big cat just likes to say hi. I usually try and put him up, but he was MIA when we came down. All right. Awesome. Well, so happy to have you back on the podcast. Have you been seeing the contest we have going on?
No.
The Partner in Crime?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, the movie.
So 2 Girls and a Bottle of Wine has partnered with the Hot Pursuit movie, which is coming out next month.
It looks funny.
Yes.
And
I love Reese.
Where has she been? Is she usually out and about? I haven't seen her in a while.
Reese Witherspoon?
Yes.
She just did a movie based on the true story, the walking movie where she walked.
Oh.
Crap, I'm horrible with names. Yes.
Did she have a lot of makeup?
Cheryl Strain.
A lot of...
Where she hiked from Mexico to Canada.
Maybe that's not what
Wild.
I was thinking.
Wild.
It's been
Wild is what it's called.
Oh, Wild is what it's called. Okay.
Yes.
So I just haven't heard from her since I was like a teenager, and then I saw her, and I was like, oh.
That's why Hollywood Happenings is not your forte.
Exactly.
Because she's been pretty active.
Really?
Like, yeah,